Hello, I'm Cassie. Welcome back to my allotment journey. And I'm here today, which is the 20-something of January. It's a Saturday. It's a kind of cold, grey January day, which is what January days are supposed to be, isn't it? Let's be honest. So yeah, I'm in my greenhouse to check up on how my onions are going for the Great Onion Giant Onion Growing Challenge, Pete Trenoth's Giant Onion Growing Challenge. And we're also here to look at how my chilli and aubergine seeds that I sowed a couple of weeks ago are doing as well. So, this is very interesting. These are my Ailsa giant onions. And as you can see, they are looking anything but giant. In fact, I would go as far as to say they have barely grown at all since I repotted them on the 27th of December. These are the ones that I left in the seed tray, and then behind them are the seeds I sowed, the same seeds, Ailsa, a second sowing on the 27th of December. So that back row there. So they've germinated and have started to come up. What I find very interesting is that I also sowed some Globo onions on the 27th of December. And I had this on top to germinate them. I'm saying this because I know that Pete's very dubious. Pete's very dubious about plastic covers, but I have to say that they did a lot better in germinating than the Ailsa, which did not have a plastic cover on because they were in the tray with the ones that had already germinated, if this all makes sense. So, don't know what to make of all that, but at least we've got onions growing, so that's great news. It's quite hilarious if you were to compare the progress of my onions with those of Jen. There is no comparison. I think mine might make it to be chives compared with giant onions, but they're alive, and alive is good. Let's have a look at what's happening with all of my chilli and aubergine seeds, if indeed anything is happening, and it's looking quite exciting. So in this one, we've got aubergines. Let's get them down. Yeah, so this is my tray of 5 different, because I don't do anything by halves, 5 different aubergines. And we've got some germination. So Black Beauty and Long Purple have germinated. And I think I can sort of see bits of movement with the more unusual ones, the Meatball and the White Knight and the Violet Knight, but they're not quite through yet. But I'm confident they will be, because there's like I don't know if you can see a little shoot there, and the earth's looking a little bit moved about there. So yeah, I think maybe it needs a little bit of watering. So we can do watering. Here we go, just to please Pete Trenoth, my very delicate watering. Let's give that some water there. Right. Okay, let's put the cover back on, because there's still some to germinate, and it doesn't seem to be harming the ones that already have. And I have also some germination from my peppers, and the winner is, in terms of germination, that's the David Duchovny. Those are the ones I got at Home Bargains. And they've germinated first. Well, there we go. Actually, yeah, one's from an advent calendar. I didn't really think that would do very well. One of those just marked yellow chilies. So, yeah, the other two, dubious quality, I think. But those have definitely germinated. And I'm really pleased, because it usually takes me a lot longer to get chilies to germinate, because I am doing it in my greenhouse. Let's have a look at the other trays. So just one of these 3 has germinated so far, the lemon drop hot citrus ones. I'm just hoping that is actually one of those. And sadly, nothing yet from the... Oh, yes, I can see. There's a sign of growth there. Just, where? Can I get my finger in it? Just there. So that's a padron pepper coming up there. We shall have a plant. We shall have a plant. And we've got a little bit of stuff growing there in the corner. I'm just going to leave it though. And I'll give these a water. Let's see what else we've got. And nothing from the last 3 ones yet, as far as I can see. So we need to give those a bit longer. So I'm really pleased though to have got 3 different sorts of peppers having germinated. That's brilliant. And we'll give them some more time and hopefully some more will come up as well. So the next job I need to do is to do some snipping. Just find the scissors from underneath the tray. Yeah, because my sweet peas are getting rather leggy, and I understand that I should be cutting off the tops to encourage them to grow more bushily. They're looking a little bit unwell. I don't know, they don't look, do you know, that's snail, isn't it? They've had a snail go over them. In fact, look, I've just seen my abandoned sieving and there's a snail shell in the shovel. Oh, Lord. Anyway, right, I am going to do some snipping nevertheless. I don't think they need watering. I mean, they feel quite moist. The toilet rolls that are in are moist. Yeah, mouldy. Right, let's do some snipping. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way, but I'm snipping. I feel I should be singing a song. I'm snipping all day long. I don't know. I'm sure Jenny took them down to the first leaves. That feels too excessive for me. I'm just going to cut the tops off. This just feels brutal. Oh, brutal. Sweet pea head massacre. Suppose you can eat them. No, you can't. Sweet peas are not good for eating, and I don't therefore know whether the shoots are, and I'm not going to try it. Oh dear, have I missed any? I would have been better doing it a little slightly more systematically, wouldn't I? I'm sure Stella from Stella's Vegetable Gardens is going to be telling me off. She's always telling me off, that's Stella. Right. I think that's enough snipping. I think, oh no, that's not been snipped. That's not been snipped. That's not been snipped. Do you know, these are not looking very, I don't know, I feel maybe I should give them some feed or something. Definitely, is it definitely? Oh. Just going to put them back. Just going to put them back. I have got some other sweet peas, which are actually looking a little bit healthier. Let's have a look at those. Let's put these back on the shelving. Yeah, so these ones, oh, and it's great, oh, crikey. That great big heavy, I don't know if you can see it. It's a proper deep cell thing, but it's flipping heavy. Should I snip those two? Well, why not? There is no justification. But if you look at these, they look much happier and stronger than the ones in the toilet rolls. What's wrong with the toilet rolls, sweet peas? Right, snip, 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 snip. God, this feels like such a crime. These are better grow. These are better grow. Who shall I blame if they don't? I shall blame Jenny from the plot because she snipped hers. Right, well, there we go. Here I've got some lovely, what are these? Actual daffodil bulbs. And I was given these as a retirement present last year, blooming in the pot. And they're coming back in my greenhouse, which is lovely. That's enough in the greenhouse. It's finally time to get to the allotment. So before I head over to the allotment, there is just one more thing that I want to do very quickly, and this is specially for Jane of Grow Myself Happy. But also for anybody else who wears Lucy and Yak dungarees or any other dungarees which are tied by these fasten things. And I said to Jane that I would show her how I tie mine up that keeps them up all day and is an easy, quick release for when you need to take them down, which you sometimes do. So this is how I tie my dungarees. Now, ideally, I'm sitting down at the moment, but ideally you'd be standing up. Watch how I'm doing first. See? Just undoes like that, but it's staying up tight. So what I do is I take the loop, I lift up the front as much as I can, I pull the strap as tight as I can, and then I loop it through the loop. Loopy loop, that's me. Pull that tight on my fingers, so it's tight behind me and it's tight in my hand. Push up the loop if you need to. So then I bring down that, fold it into another loop, so we've got a third loop. Thread that through and pull that like that. Pull the strap back and the loose strap. And then you've got a tight fitting here, and which can just be released by pulling one strap. I'm going to do it again with this one. Pulling it loose. That's how it comes straight out. No faffing about. Got my loop here. Loop this through. Pull it through. Tight. We're good to go. Sorry about that, all the blokes that didn't really want to watch about dungarees, but there we go. I had hoped to get to the allotments, and I probably will, but it is looking quite grey and cloudy. So there is another important job that I need to do, it being towards the end of January, and that is to get the Seville oranges. From the shops, I don't grow any. Can't grow any of those in North Wales. And to make my marmalade. So I'm just about to head off in the hope that the Sevilles are in the shop. So I'll pick up some of those, a few lemons, the necessary sugar, and take them home. And then I will be making some marmalade. And we'll see how we get on. So let's see if the Sevilles have arrived. Seville marmalade oranges. Oh my gosh, quite big bags. One batch. Oh, two batches. Is 2 batches going to be enough? Yeah. I'm going to just do 2 batches. Need to get some lemons. Right, now I need to get some sugar. So I put the sugar. I never know when to get like fancy sugar or ordinary. So I've got one of each. So there's one of them is pure cane preserving sugar. I didn't get one with added pectin because there's loads of pectin in oranges and lemons anyway. And then one ordinary sugar. And I think I should do. And that should do me. So the way I make my marmalade involves cooking them for the oranges for a couple of hours in water, and that really softens the skins. They look a bit squashed because they've had a plate on top of them to keep them under the water, and there's a couple of lemons in there as well. So having learnt from past experience, I am doing smaller batches than I have done in the past, which means I'm going to actually make 4 batches from the oranges that I bought. I now need to slice up the peel and squeeze the juice out, and put the chopped peel into the pan along with the juice, and then bring it up to the setting point. So first of all though, to chop up the peel, it's going to take a while. So I've chopped up all the orange peel and put it into the liquid from when I boiled the oranges and made it up to the right quantity. And then I've put in the sugar, and I always forget how much sugar marmalade actually takes. I've put in some dark brown sugar as well as the cane sugar, preserving cane sugar, and the granulated sugar that I bought yesterday. So now I've got to heat this up until it reaches the setting point and put it into jars. But first I'm going to have to wash my jars. So I'll get on with that and then see how this gets on.